Hi, thank you for joining me today. My name is Gina and this is my channel. So the video that I'm going to share with you today is our trip up to New York City with the kids in January of this year. It's 2025, and we went to New York to see Wicked on Broadway and also to stay at the Marriott Marquis Times Square and to do a couple of kid-friendly things around the area. So let's go ahead and get this video started. We did a similar trip to this one about 2 years ago, where we also stayed at the Marriott Marquis Times Square. We love it there. And we went to see Aladdin on Broadway, which was a really good show. So we'll share some things from that trip as well as this trip as far as kid-friendly things are concerned.
GPS signal lost. Welcome to New York.
Yes, Alex.
The last time we went to New York, but I mean the one where we went to the
How long do you want to do?
So the lobby and check-in area for the Marriott Marquis Times Square is on the 8th floor of the building. And we'll show you a little later how the elevators are. But basically, if you aren't already checked into this building, you can only access the street level and the lobby level. You need a room key to get into the other levels of the hotel. So we got family connector rooms. This first room is a double queen room that our kids stayed in. And both of our rooms had a pretty good view of Times Square. And then we stayed in the adjoining room, which had a king-size bed. The rooms are very spacious for New York City rooms, and we really love the view. Found out that the desk area has a little small pull out desk, so you can have an L-shaped desk area with plenty more workspace if you're here to work. There's also a coffee maker and a mini fridge in each room. And then they have these closets that light up when you get close to them, so that's really cool. And the bathroom for the king bedroom had a tub shower combo. And then the bathroom for the double queen room had just a large shower stall. Before going to go see Wicked, we decided to go out and walk to get something to eat. And one of our favorite places to eat as a family is Red Lobster. And nice enough for us, there is a Red Lobster within walking distance. Truthfully, there's so many places to eat within walking distance of the Marriott Marquis Times Square, which is one of the reasons that we chose it. And this Red Lobster was really nice. It had a couple of floors for dining, and our waiter, I cannot remember his name, He said he'd been there for like 20 years, but he was absolutely awesome. We enjoyed our experience here. After a quick stop back to the hotel, we walked to the theater, and that's one of the reasons why we stayed at the Marriott Marquis Times Square, because it's within walking distance of almost every Broadway show that you want to see. And we had great seats for this show. We were in the orchestra area, and we were in row O, and we had seats 101 through 106, which you can see in the diagram there in red. Great views of the show. There was plenty of merch and stuff to look through before, during intermission, and after the show. And like, this theater is like just for Wicked. Sometimes you go to see a show and it's kind of like generic, but like, as you can see the wall as we're going down the escalator, this is all like showing you things that have to do with Wicked and the areas that they travel to. As we were walking back to the hotel, there was a huge line, and we're wondering, like, what is this line for? It was for Krispy Kreme. It had the hot sign on, so they had hot, soft Krispy Kreme donuts. We didn't get any, but there's a Krispy Kreme in Times Square if you're looking for one. Just being in Times Square, like all the lights and all the displays, it's like, wow. So right off Times Square is where you'll see the entrance to the Marriott Marquis Times Square, and let's go ahead and walk you through the area where you actually valet park your car. So they only have valet parking. There is no self-park for this hotel. And we don't usually do valet, but we find it to be pretty simple. The elevator banks, once again, like I said, you need a key card to get to floors that are other than the lobby.
Let's see if we get a speedy ride.
That's literally what I just said.
Nah. I highly doubt it. No.
Straight shot.
Yes, yes.
Y'all want to ride straight down?
No.
Huh?
The hotel has, I believe, 48 or 49 guest floors. We were on floor 20 in rooms 2018 and 2016, which are close enough to the front of the building that we still get a pretty good view of Times Square from our rooms. And before we left, we closed our blackout curtains so you can see how dark the room gets, which is great because, like they say, the city never sleeps. Those lights are on all night long, all day long. So they have pretty good curtains to block the light out. The next morning we got ready to go. We packed everything up and took it to Bell Services. And then we took the elevator down to explore the city today. Now, I'm going to go back to what we did the first time we did this. We went to the Statue of Liberty before we even got into the city our last trip, and did that before we checked in. I will say, I believe that there are times before March that the Statue of Liberty does not have a ferry that takes you over. So check into that before you make plans.
On behalf of the National Park Service, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your trip. We hope to see you again soon.
We also went to Hershey's Chocolate World last time, which they give you free chocolate when you come in. We went to the Disney store, which has 2 levels, and it's great because you can't find Disney stores too often these days. So that was fun. And we also went to the Lego store, which has like a build your own Lego thing. Our kids spent a lot of time doing that the last trip. So this trip we decided to try to do a couple of different things than we did from the last trip on our way out. Each trip we only stayed one night because the Marriott Times Square can be a little pricey, especially for 2 rooms. So since we did the Hershey store the last time, we decided to go to the M&M store this time. Unfortunately, they don't give out samples like the Hershey store does. We went in but then left and made our way down to Rockefeller Center to where the NBC studios are, and that's where you'll find FAO Schwartz. And we spent a good amount of our time in this store. There is so much to see and do here. They have a huge Build Your Bear workshop area that has all different kinds of plushies to stuff and like outfits and like accessories. You can spend a lot of time and a lot of money in that area. And then of course there's the iconic large piano that you can like walk on. So they have a line, they give you 5 minutes to like play. You have to take off your shoes. And so we had our whole family just enjoy that area for like, I think they give you 5 minutes because there tends to be a line sometimes to get into this area. And it has a view of the area right outside in Rockefeller Plaza. There are a lot of toys that you can play and that they'll demonstrate for you. They like really want you to like enjoy the experience so that you'll possibly walk away with a couple of items. And yes, we did walk away with a bag full of items. Right outside the store is the ice rink, and we were a week too late to see the Christmas tree. They'd already taken it down. But there was also NBC News Studios where you would see the Today Show, and I grew up watching that show, so it was really cool to like see where people would like peep in and be in the background of the Today Show morning news. Next, we went to the Nintendo store, which they had like a lot of like Nintendo merch to buy and little areas where you can do photo ops, but they didn't really have a lot of like Nintendo gaming stuff to buy. There's only but so much of that they have, but it was a really cute store to walk through and see all like the characters and stuff that they had around the area. They also have places where you could play some of the video games that have just come out or that are getting ready to come out. Once we were done at the Nintendo store, we went back to the Marriott Marquis to get our bags from Bell Services in our car and head home. I hope that this video has been helpful in case you've been thinking about going to New York with your family, especially with kids. I appreciate you watching this video because these vlogs are made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.